everybody, welcome to another episode of Dungeon Boys. You thought we were gone, but we creeped back in. This show's not over, and you probably didn't think we were gone because you may not be out there. But the magic of the internet is that if you're hearing this, you are there. So cool. Welcome to Dungeon Boys. We're back. It's been 2 weeks, and I was saddened by that, but we are back. My name's Keith.
Josh, playing the lovable Arlo.
Zenas, playing as Grim.
And my name is Brice, playing as regular old Jack Law.
Regular old Jack Law, unseasoned.
Not
uncut.
Oh man, we're playing D&D again. It's been a minute.
Extended edition.
We just had some scheduling problems is all. We had scheduling issues, we had some things fall through, we had some things come up, but we have not forgotten about D&D, and the boys have not forgotten about the world of Mediene.
Oh, that's the world?
Yep.
I forgot.
Right. Josh. Whoever you are. Anyway.
I forgot who my own brother was.
Bring you back up to speed. The party is on a boat called the Winifred's Waddle. It's a very large...
I did forget that, and I was trying to remember the name the whole week.
It is a very large, kind of girthy cargo ship. It's got cargo in the bottom. It's got a galley level above that. It's got a housing level above that, and it's got an upper deck. There's captain quarters. Brice is writing down a message to me. This boat is thick. THICC. So far they have met a man named Slivius Bile, who is like the quartermaster of the ship.
Is that Bile with a B?
Yes, B. B as in boy.
Gotcha.
They also met. What was the name of the dwarven lady who was the ticket taker? Do we name her?
I don't think we had a name.
Yeah, I don't know if we named her. And Misiko is your companion that you picked up on the way there, and he is on the boat. Grim returned to y'all's quarters and found that Burb, who was supposed to be there, was missing. Along with Misiko. And so after a little bit of searching and a few poor rolls to figure out what went on, they went down into the cargo hold to try to regroup and figure out what was going on. They then found Misiko. Misiko approached them and told them that Burb has been taken. He doesn't know where he is. And Grim did a quick little insight check, tried to really evaluate Misiko's words, and it didn't seem like Misiko was telling the complete, truth of the matter. And that's where we stand now. Arlo is asleep in one of the boxes in the cargo hold. Jack and Grim now stand opposite Misiko. As this conversation has just occurred. And the game is afoot, in the words of the immortal Sherlock Holmes.
It'd be really great if I was a standard cleric with such spells as Zone of Truth.
Right.
But I'm not.
Correct.
Also, I don't remember what was last said. I
believe out of character you said you wanted to punch Misiko.
Yeah, that still stands. I've never trusted Misiko from the beginning. But I don't know the direction the conversation was going, so I just apologize, listeners, to me, if this is different.
You do have the necrotic fist, so that could be a good stand-in to Zone of Truth. Depending on how you use it.
Just masking many faces into Misiko. I can take your place at any time.
No. They also have masking many faces.
What he was thinking.
Yeah. Misiko, I don't feel as though you're being truthful with me.
Misiko, he puts a finger up as if to tell you, of course I am, but then he drops his finger. And you can tell that he kind of drops his head a little bit, and he says,
"What did you do?"
I didn't do anything, and that's the problem. Something pulled him through that window, and I couldn't. I tried to pull Burr back in, and I just couldn't get a hand on him. And so something sucked him through the window, and your companion, I lost him. You trusted me to stay with him, and I failed you.
I was thinking we had a dwarven guy in our party, but that was Misiko.
Misiko is not a dwarf.
It was poor kid.
He was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He had transformed into a dwarf using the mask, but Misiko is like a kind of yellow, leathery kind of guy.
Yeah.
My best way to think about him is he is a Jack and Daxter human with the big ears.
We did not do it, we swear.
Yeah, there's a siren coming.
We may have to cut this episode short. Yeah. If there is not an episode next week, please come bail us out.
Yes, come get us from the jailhouse. I don't think we'd last very long in the Orangeburg jail, boys. Maybe if we went back to back and tried to put up our dukes, but I don't know.
You know what? Let's just, if we're there, we're going to have to pass time. We'll play more D&D.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Just 100 people in one D&D campaign.
Oh, yes, there's a group you could fit in with.
Because I'm bald. That actually did happen. I was walking out of the movie theater. No, I was walking out of the movie theater with my brothers, and some guy was driving by in a convertible, and he was like, he threw up a fist and was like, white power, and I was like, no, you're wrong.
Wrong bald.
And then I kept walking. Well, Mishko, did you at least get a good look at the creatures?
It's kind of hard to segue coming from that.
Yeah. He says, it had a furry arm, and it reached in. It reached in and it was just a large arm that reached in and grabbed Burb and pulled him out. And that's all I can tell you. Is it?
This is the orc woman, or this is the dwarven woman who took our tickets.
But other than that, I didn't get a good look. I was turned the other way, and by the time I turned back to try to help, he was sucked halfway through the window.
Did you happen to notice which way he was dragged through the window?
Outward and down. He was dragged down.
Down. I see.
Did you hear a splash?
He thinks back and he says, yes, but maybe no. Maybe it was just something else hitting. I don't know.
Well, did he say anything when he was pulled down?
All I can remember was his cry for help. It sounded like, "Come on, friend."
Misko, I'm going to have to kill you now. No, out of character, not in character.
Please just stand still a second.
How did you get down here?
Well, once he was gone, I went to the deck to look over the side, and I couldn't see anything, so my next thought was to come down here to the bottom.
You sneaked down here?
Yes, I snucked. I believe it's snucked.
Proper word is snooked.
All right.
Snaked. I snicked. I snucked. Grim, I don't know the word.
To our Twitter followers, please correct us on this.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Tank Media Games.
Hey. Duke's Barbecue is not a sponsor.
Oh yeah, we didn't even mention that. Hey, this episode brought to you by Duke's Barbecue, which is not a sponsor of Enterprise.
All right. Serious time. I'm happy to be back, but we gotta
hunker down.
Grim is out of questions.
Okay. Misako notices this and he says, I do not know if we'll be able to. There's a person in the car outside with music. I do not know music about Burr, but on my way down here, I did learn of a bit of a rumor going around the ship. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please. Obviously.
Excuse me.
Burb is a dear friend, and he is lost.
Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. But I have heard rumor that the captain of this vessel, Talizaar,
is a furry.
No. She could be in possession of a very interesting map.
I'm going to take it.
I do not know where it is, or if she actually has it. But
he is. He's just.
Well, I don't know where he is.
Arlo is out.
Oh.
I'm over by the Gorgon.
But there is rumor that she has a map. Very interesting map that leads to powerful, items, magical things.
I'm going to take it.
Very well. I'm not against this idea.
Misko, please stop. I can't express it. No, I'm kidding. I can't finish that joke. Never mind. Roll it back. That was out of character.
Very, very.
Jack,
very
do you know where Arlo is?
He's asleep over there.
Excellent.
I wasn't
down here when that was going on. I don't
know. Do we need Arlo for this venture, or shall we let him sleep?
I at least want to wake him up for a moment to tell him what we are doing, and then he can go back to sleep, and I'll walk over there.
Very well.
Will that cause interruption to his rest that he's trying to take to regain his wild shape?
I mean, it won't start him over if you wake him up for a second.
Okay.
Also, we all roll perception throughout this conversation.
Sure, man.
Shaboom.
Oh, Nat 20.
Nat 20, wow.
Unnat 20.
You both see it. As Misiko is tidying up this conversation with you, and he goes to walk forward as he turns around, or as you're about to turn around to go to see Arlo. He kind of winces a little bit, and he kind of tucks his hand underneath his like little coat tunic thing to like steady himself. And it seems like he's dealing with a little bit of pain.
I walk over and I grab his wrist that he has put under his coat, and
Grim, what are you doing?
I grab his coat and I try to open.
Grim,
let me see, Misko.
I was injured when I was trying to. As I reached for Burb, one of his talons got me in the side here.
He damaged his tubes.
His tubes didn't work.
Insight.
Potions.
Do either of you have any healing? I'm hurting.
You rolled insight?
Yeah, 19. I have a strange potion.
You roll a 19 on insight.
Yeah.
He seems to be telling the truth. This wound seems to be,
I give him.
It seems to be consistent with a claw or something like he's talking about.
I give him a. Are you actually reaching a potion out to him? Because if you are, we can have a character moment. But if not,
I don't want to. I don't know what the strange potion does. I don't want to accidentally turn him into.
Just give it to Grim later.
Mindless zombie.
I give him a healing potion.
He says, "Oh, thank you, Grim."
2d4 plus 2, if that matters.
How many?
2d4 plus 2.
You see his tongue flicking around inside the bottle.
You've got to get every last drop. You see.
2d4 plus what?
2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay. Misiko gets
2d4 plus 2.
During this entire encounter, I just want it to be known that Arlo is dreaming that he is battling with a sandwich.
Okay.
I mean, it's a
Did we not talk?
burly
Did you say
sandwich.
this before?
Nope.
You had a sandwich before, I think,
did.
in one game.
It was
when we met the dwarf. The
Yep.
dwarf with
The
the
dwarf.
key.
Simon.
Treasure taker. He's dead.
Simon
took that
squared.
treasure.
Yeah.
He took his last treasure.
He took his treasure across the Rainbow Bridge. He says, "Oh, thank you, Grim." As his wound begins to close, and you can see kind of the blood that was still on his shirt, and he hands you the bottle back. Like, I don't know if you'll need this.
I don't. You can keep it. We'll throw it
You're
away.
usually supposed to drink that too.
He takes the bottle and drink. What do you mean, Jack? Drink this too. It's a bottle.
It's like a video game. It's supposed to disappear when you use it.
I've never heard of a video game, Jack. He tosses the bottle into some of the cargo.
I turn around and
Gorgon eats it.
Rabbit eats it.
You're welcome, Misko. Don't worry about it. And I go over to wake up the Arlo.
Okay.
Arlo is
kicking
You
at him.
you go there.
my steel toe boots. Do I need to roll to wake him up?
No.
Okay.
That's enough. If
I
Josh,
touched-
are you a heavy enough sleeper that a roll will be required?
I think at this point we've been rolling on for a little while. Arlo is tired, and this is like a secure place. He knows nobody's gonna mess with him. So
Except for a necrotic fist that is the size of his
So
head.
you do want him to roll to wake you up?
The old double boot jump on the face.
Is that what you're saying?
what I'm thinking is if he can beat like anything over like a 5. Then
All right.
I can. 17.
There you
yeah,
go.
that'll do.
Thwack.
No, I just imagine
Yeah.
like put my hand on his chest and kind of shake him.
Yep.
Put your shoes on. We're grandmas.
Arlo. Burb is
Hey.
Burb is missing, taken by some furry creature. The Captain Tal something has a map to magical artifacts. I'm assuming, given recent events, that it's related to the Mask of Many Faces. Assuming and very much hoping that is the case, I'm going to steal the map and get Burb back. Not necessarily in that order.
All right, but Burb is missing.
Yes.
Where'd he go?
I don't know. He was taken by some furry arm.
Is something attached to the arm?
As far as I can assume, yes. You can
I
go...
believe so, Arlo. I was not quick enough to grab him out of the clutches of the foul beast, but it would imagine that there's something at the end of the arm. Frightening, I would say.
Well, wherever it's at, it ought to be somewhere on the boat, right?
I would assume so. You can sleep, rest easy, and Jack and I, or just I don't know what Jack's plan there is. We will take care of it.
Yeah, I need just a couple more winks. fellas. I'll be right. I'll be right as rain.
Wink on, little gnome, and then I'll leave.
Yes, wink on.
I'm not much good to you right now.
I pat his head and then leave.
Mystico says under their breath, he is very small. Okay, so that brings us down to 3 players in the game. What are we going to do?
Out of character, at what point have I rested enough where I actually have like use of my abilities again?
Long rest is 8 hours.
I'm pretty much out of everything. So
That sounds like a you question.
Wait, no, don't you get stuff back after a short rest as well?
I think so.
I think the question is more, hey, are we going to be at our destination before I regain?
Is that the question?
No, my question is how long should I be resting? Like how much time has passed?
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
Your spell slots won't come back until you finished a long rest, but
Right.
your wild shape might come back after a short rest.
We'll say you've been napping for about 30 minutes because you were napping while they went upstairs, I think.
Short rest is an
He
hour.
was napping all the way back from like.
After combat.
Okay,
Yeah.
I regain expended uses after a short or long rest.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
after another 30 minutes, you'll be able to use wild
So
shape.
30 minutes, I'm back, and I've got a couple spell slots left. So okay, all right, all right, we're good. So 30 more minutes, I'm gonna come and find everybody.
Grim,
Yes.
while he's recharging, which do you prefer to take point on? I think we can divide and conquer this. If you'd like to go and find out what you can about the map, and I will go see I will take Misiko with me, and I will search out the creature. We can all meet back here when Arlo is about to awake.
I think we should do it the other way. I'm not much good with sneaking, but I can handle myself in a fight. Unless you would prefer to go after the monster. If it is a preference of yours, then I will acquiesce.
Either is fine with me.
I will take the monster.
I will search out the map for you.
Who gets Misiko?
I think you would be best served with Grim.
Yes.
With the
Grim will be
monster.
searching for the monster. You are the only one who has seen any part of it.
Yes, but I was the one with the map rumor. I have a particular proclivity for maps.
Do you have any more information about the map?
I know that the captain supposedly has it.
You already given us that information.
Out of character. Can I use the mask to turn someone into something they have seen?
Like turn Misiko into somebody?
Yep.
They would have to see it, I think. I think part of the...
No, we did. It was some kind of specific. You had to roll to be able to recreate somebody you had seen before, didn't you?
I think so. I think it was like
because you could turn people into random people with no trouble, but to replicate someone exactly,
I had to roll something I had to have
the
seen.
person being transformed had to.
I
roll.
think we did do something like that, and we probably made a distinction between like your father would not have taken a roll because you know him, but like someone you've just seen, we would probably have to take a roll to see how effective that is.
Well, my plan is to turn Misiko into the monster just briefly, just to see what it looks like.
You
Okay.
could turn him into his arm. That's all he saw.
You can try.
All right, I'll do it. Misiko. Well, I don't do it yet.
Okay.
Misiko, I would like to use this mask to try and turn you into the monster. Just for a moment. I'm going to turn you right back.
Very, very well. I will remember all that I can remember about it and try to help.
I put on the mask.
Okay.
No one cared who I was. And then I touch his shoulder, and I try.
Okay.
With all my shouldery touching might.
Okay. You begin to see power. You feel the power coming out of the mask and passing through you and passing into him.
Feel the power.
Of the dew.
You can see he's trying his best to remember, and like after a while, kind of like a pop in, like bloop, like his arm like shoots out like 3 more feet and gets a lot bigger, and there's like a hand with these big claws on the end of it, and it's very like almost brown and yeti like. But the fur is kind of short and brown, of course. But then on the end of that arm is just Misiko, who's like dropping, like trying to hold that arm up. He's like, Grim, I tried, but I don't know if the magic can push beyond what I've seen. Please, I can't hold this arm up. Please.
I take the mask off.
Thank you, Grim. That was unpleasant.
We recognize it as like a bugbear arm or anything else that we've seen recently.
You can roll
Owlbear.
This would be like the best thing to have in your pocket when you go up against the arm wrestling champ.
Nature, survival, investigation.
We'll say nature.
Nature.
That's a 17.
I got a 5.
Glenn, you have no idea. This is not at all, anything that you've seen before. Jack, you think, it could be kind of bugbear army, but it's bigger than that. It seems to be a larger creature than what a bugbear would have been.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, Misko, for trying at least.
You're welcome.
I don't imagine that this creature could hide very easily on the ship. I'm going to go investigate the cargo bay that we're in. I'm going to look around and see if there are any cells that are not in structural integrity. Yep.
Okay.
Remember, it climbed down the side of the ship. You may want to go check for more scratch marks going in a different direction.
This is true.
While they're saying all that, or they're saying this in my proximity, and I'm resting. Can I absorb what they're saying? Am I picking up what they're saying?
For short rest, you don't have to be asleep. But if he is asleep, that's.
I think you're snoring, so I would say you probably didn't hear these things.
Okay. So I'm
Out.
a light napping.
It's been another 2 minutes since you went back to sleep.
Misko, you can go with. How stealthy are you?
I'm pretty stealthy.
You can go with Jack.
I can hide behind poles and in the wind, been known to conceal myself before.
Excellent.
Have to be some chunky wind.
What do I roll to search? Is it do I roll perception or investigation?
We'll do investigation. You're investing for open cages and stuff?
Yeah.
Rim, I suppose I'll leave you to it. I'm going to go search around.
Excellent. If you get into trouble, come and find me.
Caw-caw! Absolutely.
16. Good luck, friend.
I will inform one of Arlo's dogs.
Okay. So Mizuko goes with you, follows you to where you're headed. We'll deal with Grim real quick. You said you rolled a 16?
Yeah.
You don't see anything out of place down here. There's no large cage that's opened. You don't really investigate and see any of that fur at your cursory glance, taking it around. There's really not a whole lot of evidence of this monster down here in the cargo hold. If there's none that you can find.
There are Arlo hounds around. You did mention that. Y'all could just be like, hey, you seen anything?
Yeah.
I can't speak to dogs.
That's true.
They were told to kind of look out for y'all. So.
Well, then I'm just gonna go back up top.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the. Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way up to the top.
Okay. So let's roll a little sneaky sneak to get you out of the cargo hold. Which door do you want to go into out of? You remember there's a door towards the front of the boat, and there's a door towards the
Which one did I go up first?
You guys you and Jack. The party has only come up and down through the stairwell that's towards the rear of the boat.
No, Jack went up a different one.
Or,
he was on the other side of the boat because we both went up to the top deck and we came back down on different sides, right?
Okay.
I
I think this conversation in my head canon occurred at the back of the boat.
Okay.
So you can choose whichever one you want to go up.
Which one did I go up before? Because I want to go up to one where there's no people, and I don't want to go up near the captain's cabin, basically.
So the one directly above us goes up into the mess hall thing.
Well, yeah. Both of the stairwells in the cargo hold go up to the mess hall because it's just a big long level, each of them. The one in the back is the one that the staircase, if you went up all three of them, would put you right in front of the captain's quarters.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the other one, the front of the boat. Okay,
gotcha. So I need you to do a quick stealth to come out of the bottom one. That's all I need.
Do I need a stealth?
We'll deal with you in a second.
That's a good old 12.
12. You are able to crack that door open, peek, see everybody's kind of eating and hanging out. The galley is kind of clearing out. It's nighttime actually. You can't tell that from down here, but you know that the lanterns are lit and people are kind of winding down. It is the evening time on Winifred's Waddle, and you're out in the open ocean. But you come up into the galley, and nobody sees you. You just kind of pop through the door, close it back.
Excellent.
Now head up to the deck.
Yes.
Okay, Jack, where are you headed at this point in time.
If the other one is close to the captain's quarters, then I'll go up there.
Okay. Now, like I'm saying, if you'll remember, the cargo hold, I'm showing them a piece of paper that kind of has the map. The cargo hold is the bottom level.
Mm-hmm.
Above that is the galley. Above that is the person, like the quarters, where you would sleep. And then above that is the deck of the ship. So you have 3 staircases, like just to remind you have to go up to get to the deck. But if you're wanting to go all the way up, the first one.
2
the one in the
staircases,
back.
right?
No, like 3 sets of stairs.
3 sets.
Yeah,
okay.
3 sets of stairs. Sorry,
Got it.
2 staircases, 3 floors
Got it.
that you'd have to go
I
up.
want to get up to the
Like
galley
theater of the
to begin
mind.
with.
Okay, roll
And
stealth for that for me.
25.
Yes, you do it very handily.
Just Misiko.
You quickly come out of the door and grab a plate of food. Like you just grab a roll off the buffet as you do it, and
Off of somebody's plate.
yeah.
King's Hawaiian. Make really good rolls. I only bring that up because my mom recently bought like a pack of them
Yeah.
for an event, and she brought them like a single solid pack home. She's like, "Hey, we got to eat these rolls," and so I had to eat a lot of
No
rolls.
problem, mother. Not when they're King's Hawaiian. This episode brought to you by King's Hawaiian Rolls. Get
Not
out
sponsor.
there and get rolling.
Mom found a pack of King's Hawaiian rolls in the storage of the barn back there.
Still looking fresh.
From my last movie night that I had at the barn, which was weeks and weeks ago, it had a little teeny tiny speck of mold on it. That was it.
Take that bad boy off. The king knows what he's doing, especially in Hawaii. Everything's fresher in Hawaii. So, Misiko also successfully, not quite as handily as you, but he definitely comes out of there. Nobody notices the 2 of you coming out of that door.
Can I stealthily speak to Misiko?
Of course.
Misiko.
You're in a crowded room, you know, you wouldn't have to
Okay.
stealth speak.
We're just trying not to be noticed,
Yeah.
more or less.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you don't have to roll for that.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, where did you hear this rumor about the map?
Well, I heard it here in the galley.
I
Here.
see.
It was actually when, you know, a little twerpy gnome child, well, I don't know how, old they are, looked fairly young, but he had passed through, and some of the other sailors were talking about him. I believe they
Catch
named,
his name.
yes, I believe they called him Guh.
Good.
Guh.
I see.
Simple name.
Would you-
Simple man.
This is the man you heard the rumor from.
No, not from. He came down, he was getting a plate, and taking it back upstairs, but he was kind of being ridiculed behind his back by some of the other sailors at the table that I was passing by.
I see. And you heard the rumor from the sailors ridiculing him?
Yes, it went kind of like this. I was walking by and they said, "Oh, there's Guh." Rumor has it, he just sits in, when he's not sitting beside the captain up there, he's in the captain's quarters reading some special map.
I see.
Magical map.
Magical? Did
Special. They said they were deciding whether it was a treasure map or whether it had magical properties or something. They said this is a special map for what they had heard at different places and hearing Guh talk about it.
I see. Then we should probably adjourn to the captain's quarters and see if we can find this girl.
Well, it will be difficult. It should be noted I'm saying Guh, G-U-H. I don't want you to think I'm saying Gur like Invader Zim. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't want you to roll up on a gnome and goes, tacos! or anything like that. So, yeah, he's saying, well, adjourning ourselves to the captain quarters might be difficult, considering it is the evening time, and Captain Talizaar might be in there tonight.
The captain's quarters should have a window on it at the very least. I just want to go look around to begin with.
Absolutely.
I don't believe I'll be making any move tonight.
That sounds good. Hopefully we will see Burb along the way.
That's what I'm hoping for as well.
Okay.
Surely they're going to have to leave to eat sometime. Obviously you've seen Gur down here, so perhaps that would be the best time to sneak into his map room.
Yes. It should be noted, if you do have to speak to the captain, she is a female orc, despite sounding rather male by many standards.
I see. That's fine.
You bet your booty it's fine. Musico doesn't say that. So, after you, Jack.
Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna go up 2 more levels. All the way up to the tippy top of the
He
deck.
follows you. Y'all are kind of walking confidently or whatever. And you make it. After this conversation, I guess really kind of on one end of the ship at the back end. So if you imagine like a pirate ship with that kind of captain quarters on the main top level with the big French doors and the kind of the frosted windows looking in there that have just been frosted with wear from the sea underneath where the captain steers and everything. So that's kind of where you come out of the cargo or the bottom of the ship with a big one of those kind of waffly trap doors, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to a grated trap door. You come out of there and you come up, and you guys step onto the deck of the ship. And really, it's nighttime. The air is salty with seawater. The sea is actually rather calm. You can see a crescent moon reflecting off of the ocean. It's a rather pristine night. There are torches that light the edges of the ship. And you can it's just a really calm evening. It's actually, if you take the time to notice it, is a kind of a beautiful little evening, a beautiful little oasis you have out here on the ocean. But down to the front of the ship, you can see Grim kind of coming out of the hull at the same time.
I wave at Jack and try to pull him over to me.
I go that way.
Okay.
And I'm waving at him and moving toward him.
Okay.
So
Gotcha. So you guys move towards each other, and you guys kind of meet underneath the main mast.
are there any people around?
There are.
Stealthy like a fox.
There are a few people around. There's one fellow who is swabbing the decks
with wooden clogs.
and there is another kind of rough-looking lady sailor who is making the rounds and making
a lot
sure.
of rough women on this
Yeah.
boat.
Hey, it's the open sea, man. Checking the lanterns and everything, making sure all the lanterns are fueled up, the torches have plenty of gas. And, some people here and there walking around, but nobody's paying you much attention.
Excellent. I want to kind of lead Jack to a secluded spot where there aren't many people.
When the moon hits your eye.
Jack, listen. I thought of an idea on the way up here.
Is Misiko with you?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you told him to stay back.
No. Yeah. If
he's leaned in.
Yeah. Misiko, Jack, listen. I have a plan. I'm fairly certain I can rot away this wood on the ship. Right?
We are floating on it, Grim. Please.
Yes. I've got decent control over it. I'm pretty sure I can just rot small portions of it.
Okay.
With my innate, weirdness.
Somewhere below, Arlo is dreaming on.
So, what I'm thinking is I can use that to try and get us into the captain's quarters.
Okay.
And I can use the Mask of Many Faces to disguise myself as some random person and kick the door down and cause a distraction for you. And then I can run and get away and change back into someone else.
I see.
So,
but of course, this would set off alarms, most likely.
To understand, briefly, Jack, you had questions, please.
Just go ahead. I don't even remember what I was going to do.
So, the hole is going to go into the wall, and then you're going to kick the door. Or you're going to kick... The hole is in the door, and you're going to kick the door.
No, the hole is in the roof above the captain's cabin.
Ah, yes. Understood.
It will be noticeable, though.
Yes,
Or
holes
I could
and ceilings typically are.
We could go below. Come up from the bottom.
I believe our room is almost directly underneath the
Captain's
port
cabin.
side of the captain's quarters.
That would be suspicious. We would need to get into another room. The room across the hall.
Jack, what do you think?
I don't think it would be that difficult to sneak in there once he's left for breakfast in the morning.
She?
It is a woman.
The person with the map.
Oh, Gah.
Yeah.
Yes. Gah is the male gnome, excuse me.
Also,
Indeed.
if you have seen Gah, we can use the mask to transform you into Gah. I don't know who this Gah is, but...
I've only seen him from the rear. I worry I would not be able to
Misko,
Look at his
you
face.
are
Right.
growing more and more disappointing by the moment.
I'm sorry. I was trying to come find you because your friend was kidnapped.
By an arm.
We can turn you into the back of him.
When you face the other way, and when the captain comes out,
I suppose I could walk backwards into the room. What if you turned me into him, but my arms were on backwards, so I could walk backwards but use my arms regularly?
No, we got to go with the big giant hairy arm.
People see your back going into a room. You just have to walk forward, and people would still see his back.
this is true. It was just an idea. We don't have to do this.
I think that's a bit over-aggressive. I believe it would go... It would definitely be noticed that there's a hole rotted into the ship.
Yes. I agree.
Music.
My plans were to sneak in there and find out what this map is. If the map is something that is just paper that can be copied, I was going to try and do so.
That is a good idea.
It is a magical map, though, right? Y'all don't hear me, but out of character, isn't it a magical map?
We don't know.
We wouldn't, yeah.
We don't even know if it exists.
Who knows?
If the map is something beyond physical and it's a magical map of some sort, then I suppose I will just have to take it.
Excellent. Well, then I'm going to continue looking for this monster.
I will join you until morning.
All right. What do I need to roll if I'm looking around the deck?
The deck. Where are you looking? Just the whole deck? If you can get more what?
Can I talk to Misako real quick?
Of course.
Misako, would you mind staying here? Just not exactly leaning against a wall or anything like that, but just monitoring the top deck to see if anyone enters or leaves the captain's quarters?
I would not mind at all. Do either of you have anything to smoke?
Burb did.
Wipe away a single tear. I do not.
I'll bum one off of someone else.
I have a burglar's pack.
He walks over to the lady who's lighting the lanterns, and he says, like, you can hear, kind of from afar, "Excuse me, miss, do you have anything to smoke?" And you hear she say, "Oh yeah, I hear something." And she pulls out like a rolled tobacco. She pulls out like
They passed the spit test.
she pulls back out her own personal pipe, and then she takes out a little piece of paper from her pocket, and she like dumps some of the tobacco out of her own personal pipe and rolls it into a little cigarette, and like Misako takes it, and she lights it for him from a torch, and he's like standing there on the edge of the boat
From an actual
looking.
torch.
He's looking out at the moon, kind of longingly, as he's kind of just hanging out, smoking his little tobacco roll.
What a tool. No, that's not in character. Well, that's certainly a natural disguise.
I suppose.
I'm good with it.
But anyway,
Let us
yes.
search.
Yes.
Has it been close enough to
Yeah,
ask Alan?
it's been 30 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Arlo is waking up. we're gonna handle Arlo a little bit.
I
That's
wanna.
a long time to walk upstairs.
But there's a lot of conversations, and we'll just
Lots of head scratching. And
Also,
whatnot.
there's a mastiff roaming around the deck.
Arlo, which one of you's Arlo?
He's actually made it all the way to the front and is kind of laid down in some boxes or something to take a rest for the evening.
Cool.
Okay.
So, I have awoken, and I have taken a short rest. Yes.
Yes, short
Okay.
rest.
Short rest will work. All right. So I want to head upstairs and I have no idea what's going on, but I did hear that there's some kind of map and some kind of burb is missing. So my first priority is I want to see if I can find burb.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I guess I'm closest to the back stairway.
Yeah. You are. Don't
thing
worry
happened.
about Zenas. It's not his turn.
So I just want to go up the stairs in the back.
Roll a little.
I haven't
stealth
actually
action.
been anywhere else on the ship by now, so
Gotcha. Roll a little stealth action for me.
I'm stealthing.
Yep, just to get out of that get out of the cargo hold. Because remember, y'all aren't supposed to be down there.
19.
That will do it. You very sneakily come out of the galley.
Not
The
even
lights are pretty much down low in the galley. There are a couple torches lighting the walls, but the main torches are not lit because it's nighttime. Nobody's eating, nobody's cooking. There's like maybe 1 or 2 people still recovering from a couple drinks down there, but most people are in their rooms, it seems.
Got it. All right, so I'm in the galley right now.
Yep.
All right. Is there anything to eat laying around?
Sure.
Just want to grab something portable.
The only thing you have is some leftovers next to a particularly large dragonborn fellow who's kind of snoring into his plate, but there's some leftovers on it, and half a cup of ale.
Next to 13 empty cups of ale.
Roll sleight of hand.
See if I can grab it.
Breakfast.
4.
You go to reach. You reach for the roll with some little bit of gravy left on it. It's got one big dragonborn bite out of it, but it's a pretty big roll. You reach for the roll, and as you pick it up, it's kind of a little bit cold at this point. So when you pull it off the plate, it's still kind of stuck. So you hear, and whenever it comes loose, the plate drops back on the table, and the dragonborn goes. And he goes back to sleep.
Woo!
You got yourself a roll.
Hot dog. I'm gonna break off some of the pre-chewed bits.
Okay.
Get up into that. Okay.
Would you
I
like to
guess
know how it tastes?
not really.
It's cold. It's cold but good.
This flavor description is going to get real sensual.
Yeah, I'm wondering how
It's a good roll.
half-eaten roll with gravy on it's
Nah,
gonna
man,
taste.
it's cold. It's cold but good.
Cold roll. It is
The
good.
food on the Winifred Waddle. It's also a passenger ship, right? It's pretty good.
It'll work. It'll work.
A little rough and tumble.
I want to I'm standing here eating the other half of a roll. I just want to like look around and notice like, do I see a burb anywhere? So
Roll perception for me.
I am waking up. So.
But I should just go ahead and tell you that
Oh, that was a crit fail.
you do not.
Okay.
You definitely don't. But you wouldn't have if you rolled a nat 20.
There was a dog in the galley.
There is one.
All right, well, a master, one of the masters. Okay.
Yeah. He's looking kind of groggy.
Okay. I want to go up to the mastiff. I want to pet it behind the ear, scratch it behind the ears.
Okay.
Hey, you hadn't seen a burb around here, have you?
Can you speak to him?
No, but it can understand me.
Okay, gotcha. He goes, mm-mm.
That's a weird thing for a mastiff to do.
And he shakes his head no.
Hey, you think you and your little buddies can go poke around, see if you can find our friend Burb?
He nods.
All right, you go do that, and I'm gonna go do the same thing. We'll see who gets it done first.
Okay, he puts his nose to the ground and goes,
All right, cool beans.
but are you going up the stairs?
I'm
What are you doing?
just gonna start randomly walking around. I haven't been anywhere on the ship.
Okay.
I have no idea where anything is, so I'm just
Gotcha.
walking around.
Yeah. Okay. So as you're heading around the galley, the dog is trying to sniff around and find some things.
Mm-hmm.
But as he gets towards the other end, like one of the people who's cleaning up the kitchen and stuff tonight, they see the dog, and you're just like, "Hey, get out of here, you mutt! What are you doing around here?" And
You're supposed to be for tomorrow night's dinner.
They begin, kind of chasing the dog around the galley a little bit. So that one's kind of distracted.
Okay. All right. Well, that didn't quite work out how I thought it was gonna be.
I mean, it won't be. In a little while, it might not be happening, but for right now, he's noticed him.
No, this is just one of those not my circus, not my monkey kind of
course,
thing. So
sure.
Arlo's just quietly walking out of the room.
Okay, so are you headed up the staircase to the next level?
This
this
whole
is-
floor is pretty much galley, right?
Yeah, it's just one, big long tables, buffet in the middle, 2 long tables
Okay.
on either side, a kitchen at the far end. I picture you kind of got your food from down over here on this end, the sleeping fella.
Okay.
So you're kind of towards the front of the ship now.
All right. So we'll do that. Next level up is the sleeping quarters.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
do it.
So you walk up those steps and you see again a very dark area. The hallway is dimly lit by small torches down the center. At that far end, you can see a dimly lit lounge area, and on your end, all you have is the stairwell before the hallway starts, looking down the other end.
Okay. There's a dog on this level somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a mastiff around here. I'm gonna find the nearest mastiff.
Okay. So you walk down the halls of the ship, and you get to the end of the lounge area where there's another mastiff kind of sniffing around.
Sweet. Hey. I
Or-
addressed the pup. Same thing I'm just doing last time. Hey, we need to see if we can find our burb. You remember what burb smells like? It smells like a burb.
Yeah. He goes. Woof.
Alright. Need you to help me find burb. Burb gone missing. Find a bird. Find a bird, boy. Find a bird.
He starts.
Get
to
that
sniff.
bird.
He starts to sniff. Kind of the same situation, sniffing around.
Cool.
And begins to walk away.
He's got advantage on perception for sniffing and hurting.
Gotcha. Thank you, Brice. I will deal with that off camera. You know,
the sniffing or
the rolls for the dogs as we get to the.
I didn't know if I was rolling or you were rolling. So
These are off camera.
I mean, yeah. If we want to, we'll go ahead. You can go ahead and roll for his perception if you'd like.
Okay.
For smell.
What was it? Wait. Yeah. 17 or not a 17.
So he immediately catches the scent and he sprints towards the door to your quarters. He goes to paw. He's pawing at the door to y'all's quarters. You don't know that's yours, but he's pawing at the door.
Okay. Can I open said door?
Yes, it is unlocked.
All right, I'm opening the door.
Okay, as you open it up, the dog runs in, sniffing the ground. He sniffs the bed. He sniffs everywhere Burb has been in that room, and then he points his nose to the window and is jumping up on the window, going woof, woof, woof.
I think I remember one of them fellas said something about he was took out a window. All right, good boy.
All right, he stops.
Good job. All right. And yeah, do I notice anything out of place in this room? Perception?
Roll investigation.
Ooh, investigating. I got 6 plus nothing.
In the last one, we found this room. Burb's sword was still there, was it not?
Yes.
The armor was gone, right?
Yeah, my armor was gone.
Yeah, Grimm's armor was gone. I believe the sword was left behind.
Okay. So the armor's gone. The Misico was gone, and the bird was gone. We found the Misico.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, let us. Well,
So the sword was there?
if you're out there, let us know if that was actually said. But I think we're gonna say the sword was there because I think it was.
Okay.
The sword was Burb does. If Burb is somewhere, he does not currently have the sword because the sword is in the room.
Do I see the sword there?
It's laid on the bed.
Okay, I see the sword. Can I grab it?
You can.
All right, I want to put that in my pack.
Okay. You slide Burb's sword into your pack.
Swing.
Let us know if that's wrong. Correct us, and we'll deal with that at a later date.
You want to get back to them? Because I'm just going to go and find another dog.
Sure.
Okay.
The next dog that you would find would probably be on the deck.
Okay. So there's like 6 of them on deck? Oh, what? No,
So
one's
you-
in
so
the
you
one's in the
think.
wagon.
Right. To your knowledge.
To my
Yes.
knowledge.
Yeah. What are you guys doing?
What do we roll to check around?
Okay. Do you want to say anything more specifically, or just want to do a cursory glance over the deck?
It is mostly a cursory glance. Well, I mean, I'm walking around. I'm not necessarily paying too much attention to anything. I'm just trying to see if I can find like scratches or something that would resemble a giant arm.
Okay. So you're doing like but you're gonna make a full circle around the
Yeah,
deck.
just going everywhere I can walk
Okay.
on this deck,
Roll.
except for, well, I guess Captain.
Roll investigation.
Did he look at the window?
I don't think you looked out the window yet. Nat 20. Okay. So you walk around the deck and you don't really see a whole lot on the deck. You don't see too terrible much up here as far as evidence is concerned. But when you make your way back, you walk up a little unsure as to whether you should be up here or not, but you walk up onto the captain's area.
Don't care.
Okay. Not unsure. You walk up to where the steering wheel is, and you head to the back of the ship. And as you get to kind of that back corner, the back left corner, because if the ship is moving forward, your guys' quarters are on the left side, which I believe is port. Starboard, I believe is right. Port is left.
Mm-hmm.
So on the port side of the ship, you go to look over kind of that back corner, and you can see a little bit of stuff on the little bit of scratches on that railing, and as you look down the back of the ship, you can see some more of those, kind of 3-pronged scratches in the hull of the ship on the back, kind of down close to where you guys' quarters are.
Are there any? Is it just on the railing, or are there any like on the ground or on the floor near the railing?
There's none really on the floor near the railing, no.
Does it move anywhere else, or is it just right straight down?
It's not even like right. It's kind of on the bottom end of the railing. It's not on the actual railing. Like if you didn't like get down on the floor, like, you kind of spot it, and we'll say you kind of drop to one knee to investigate. So if the top of the railing is here, then you have the things that hold up the railing. The very bottom, those on the back side, the water side, there are some just tiny little imperfections that you notice, and it causes you to kind of look over the edge and see farther down these kind of bigger 3-prong scratches.
Where do they go? They just go straight down? They don't go anywhere else? From the window?
The window you had seen as well, that those go straight down. These are a little less linear. There are some that go like kind of in. They're just kind of haphazard as if something was kind of in this area for more than just a slide down or a left or right.
But I don't see where it could have gone anywhere. It's just...
No, it's just kind of in that area. You just see those 3-prong swipe marks, but it's kind of several of them. It almost looks like something had kind of scratched or clawed onto this portion of the ship.
I'll go to the other side and look again.
The other side?
Just right across.
So like the starboard to the right side?
Yeah, just where I am, but on the right side of the ship.
Okay, you don't see anything special over there. That looks pretty normal. Yeah, what are you up to?
I'm following.
Okay, so are you guys communicating this? Are you communicating this?
Yeah, when I see him, I just point him out to Jack.
Okay.
Misiko's still over there smoking a cigarette.
Good job, Misiko.
Oh, I forgot it's dark.
Yep, it is dark.
But we have dark vision, so it don't matter.
It's huge. It's like a good foot long.
I'm gonna be here for a while.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go meet back up with Arlo? He should be waking up any time now.
Yes, that sounds good.
Excellent.
Did you see them scratches I found?
Yeah,
Did a good job finding them
the
scratches.
ones you told me about?
Yeah, man.
Man, what a conversation.
Your
Great.
hand is still on them. You're pointing it to me.
Did you see these?
Okay, so...
Primo scratches. Slaps Rufus scratches.
All right, so they're on.
These babies will steal a bourbon in 2 seconds.
These babies can fit so many scratches.
So they're up on deck.
Yeah.
And I'm about to walk up onto the deck, and they're about to walk down.
Yeah, we can say you guys meet at the trapdoor if you'd like on the deck.
Okay. So it's like an awkward encounter.
You guys are heading down, and you see the trapdoor opening up into this picturesque, rather cool night. It's actually rather cool, and the farther you go, with every hour you sail south, the ocean gets a little bit calmer, but also the air gets a little bit colder. We're approaching almost an uncomfortable, level of cool. Not like freezing, but if you're wearing a short sleeve T-shirt, you might be a little bit chilly up there, kind of getting into the 50s for us.
I'm good.
And so Arlo comes up onto the thing as the two of you kind of meet him at the trapdoor.
I throw my arms out a little bit. Arlo.
Hey,
Good to see you. Good to see you up and about. Can you turn into a spider?
wait a minute now. Before I go spider flying, which I'm pretty sure I can.
The tiny one. Not like the giant one.
Oh man, where's the fun in that?
Well, magic.
All right, you got a good point. Hey, you was up top. I ain't been around the whole boat yet, but you said something about Burb done gone missing.
Yes, Burb is gone missing.
Where'd you put it?
I don't know.
Oh.
Something with long arms, very long arms, like 3 foot long. How long?
Yeah, the arm was 3 feet longer than Miss Misiko's.
So probably
Dang,
about like
that's a big arm.
4.5 to 5 feet long.
Big long.
I don't know nobody like that.
I don't either. Jack could not identify it either, unfortunately. But we found some scratches over there on the starboard side, port side, starboard.
On the starboard side.
Starboard
yes.
side.
Was it
Not
just
on
on
the
the one
starboard
side of the boat?
Just
It
on
was
the
on
one
the
side
port
of the
side.
boat, yes.
It was on the port side. Sorry.
Yeah, I
it
was
was on the
thinking
port
left,
side.
but yeah.
I'm sorry.
The port side. Just on the one side. I didn't see any on the other. Didn't see any particular direction they went either. But, since you're here, if you can turn into a spider, I have a plan to get the map.
Map. Oh yeah, you said something about a map. What kind of map were you looking for? I thought we was looking for Burb.
Well, we're looking for both.
I want to find Burb.
I want to find Burb too, but I mean, if we're here, we can get the map out of the way and then we can focus.
All the scratches are at the back of the boat too, as well, right?
Yeah.
Back and port.
Yep, back left. Back left side.
Back port.
Grim,
Okay.
as you're telling him this plan, you also notice there's a bit of an
Grumbly.
incongruency
In my tumble.
on the ship.
Can we
So
smell
the
it?
way this ship works is on either side there are two kind of escape boats, I guess, lifeboats. What do you call them?
Lifeboat.
Lifeboats.
Lifeboats. They're essentially just very small, short wooden boats, kind of like a wooden John boat.
A dinghy.
A dinghy. And on either side, they are lashed to the side of the ship. So if you're looking at the wall of the ship, the top of these dinghies are pressed against that wall, kind of creating a space underneath. But there are 3 going down each side, and you can notice that on the edge of the railings there are arms that hold the dinghy up, and then they're kind of lashed to the side of the ship. One of those on the port side of the ship is missing. That as an addition to your investigation, that as you kind of walk back down here to meet up with Arlo, you notice that
one of the launching arms, like where they would use it to lower in the water.
One of the boats is missing. On the port side, the center boat is missing.
Hold that thought, Arlo. Something has come to my attention. I go to the captain's door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jack, what's he going on about?
Huh?
What's he going on about?
9. Do I see the boat missing?
No. It's not something you were thinking to look at, I guess, at this point.
Okay.
Because he didn't mention the boat. That was something he noticed since the last time you talked.
Gotcha. I haven't a clue.
So you hear.
No, I just said I'm going to the door.
Okay, I thought you knocked. Sorry.
No, I'm gonna kick the door in.
You're gonna kick the door
I'm gonna
open.
kick the door in. Open. Yeah.
All right, roll strength for me.
Strength. Come on, strength.
300. This is
That's 10.
So you go up to the door and you pick up the big boot, and your fireman's training didn't kick in quick enough for you to remember to always kick at the latch. And so you kick a little bit above the latch, and the door flexes, and you hear a thud, and you can hear the shaking of the glass panes, but you don't open the door. The door just kind of bends in front of you. And from the inside, you can hear, "What the hell's he doing out there?"
It's good.
I want to kick it.
And before you kick it again, that is where we'll end this episode of Dungeon Boys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on iTunes. Tell your friends that also like D&D. If you're watching this or listening to it on YouTube, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Please hang out with us, certainly me and Brice, in our morning streams if you want to. We do streams early in the morning. Also, Tuesday nights we do some streaming. We also Game Talks, our semi-weekly, as often as we can. Gaming Talk Show is back in action as well for a little bit. So plenty of things to do on Tank Media Games on YouTube and Twitch. So thank you for listening, and remember, we love you very much.
Toodles.